advice, just be yourself. I used to give this advice to people all the time, but I recently stopped. I'm worried sooner or later I might say it to a pedophile.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if that's good advice anymore. I had acne for a while growing up. My face was the phase 1 trial for each new acne medication. If you're worried Pfizer rushed the COVID vaccine to market, you have not tried one of their face creams. It was like rubbing uranium on my skin. Chernobyl would blush if it saw how radioactive my pores still look today. The acne's gone, but it feels like it never left because I still have the acne scars. There is no known cure for this yet, which is surprising to me, right? Like, we can turn Bruce Jenner into Caitlyn Jenner, but the medical community is stumped when they see indents on my cheeks. If only there was a cop there instead. We're just getting warmed up. My girlfriend, she's here tonight, woo. She speaks English as a second language. I'm hoping this means she never realizes that my lisp is abnormal. Her Latina ears will just chalk it up to España. This is my first serious relationship. I don't like talking about past relationships with her because it feels like I'm in a job interview explaining a gap in my resume. She's like, so what were you doing from 2015 to 2020? I'm like, well, do you know what amphetamines are? My go-to move in college was to get really drunk and be the loudest guy at the bar. Even the most naive blonde knows to stay away from that. Cool. So, yeah, white people get mad at me sometimes because I'm uncomfortable talking about things like slavery. And they call it white fragility. And I don't know, this annoys me. At least I'm not happy. Right? Would you rather I smile when I watch 12 Years a Slave? That seems worse. Look at me, like I can't do that. So I believed in Santa Claus for way too long, but I believe some of my parents' other lies way longer. Like, I still believe I can be anything I want when I grow up. Even if it requires hair. The Santa Claus lie was supposed to be training for other bigger lies, but my parents never confessed to those other bigger lies. Right? Like, when I was 9, they told me the truth about Santa Claus. When I was 12, they should have sat me down and said, hey, do you remember how Santa isn't real? Well, neither is your dream of playing for the New York Mets. Right? Like, do you know how much easier my 20s would have been if at 18 I had already accepted I was just another average guy? Cool. Well, so World War III's coming, yeah? Is it me, or does it seem like feminists didn't bring their A game to the debate about women in the draft? Right? I get the impression they wanted to take an L on that one. I don't blame them, but this made me angry at first for some reason. Like, I thought it violated a principle of like their commitment to gender equality. I was wrong though. It turns out war is deadly, but the pay gap is deadlier. A bullet can pierce your skin, but 30 cents pierces your soul. I am purposefully looking this direction right now, so I don't have to make eye contact with my girlfriend. I do not want to know whether or not she's laughing. I don't know. It seems like feminism has a blind spot there, though, right? Like, not OG feminism, but like the new feminism that millennials wear to brunch. Like, if the patriarchy's so self-serving, let's trade places. Like, you go fight in World War III and I'll stay home and get pregnant. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Whenever I say this, someone always says war is an outlier. Like, and that's the exception, not the rule. That doesn't mean it's irrelevant. right? 9/11 was an outlier, right? Like if you were analyzing the history of terrorism in the US, how incomplete would your analysis be if you only went as far back as September 12th, 2001? You'd be missing a few data points. I guess not, right? You guys would be okay with that analysis. All right, cool, that's my time. Thanks, guys.